claws, talons, scales, and lizard tongues that fork at the end, and kind of maybe you flip them out to be like, ooh, that helps me smell stuff. Lungs full of flame, desire for hoarding goods, other dragon things to say. Hi everyone, and welcome to Here Be Dragons. My name is Philip, and I'm your Dragon Master, and surrounding me are all of our wonderful dragons. Roar, hello, dragons.
Hello, dragons.
Hello. Dragons.
It's a very Cinemax opening.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes I should probably have a more standard as an opening for at least one
If you
game.
had done it, if you had done it breathier, it would have just been a Terrence Malick movie.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! It's just like shots of the Heartland.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like real nice magic hour shots of like a farm, and just hearing somebody saying, "Scales, claws,
Venom sacks.
Like Kiefer Sutherland whispering into a mic.
venom."
Oh, now you're giving me Sam Elliott with that voice. Though.
Yeah.
There's a little more. Or just Sean Penn. Remember Tree of Life? Hey, remember when that was a movie? There's like dinosaurs and that.
Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken. I guess that's a different vibe.
Ew.
I'm into it. Well, how's everyone doing? It has been a minute since we've played this because we had some travels that kept the dragons from being together. So we did a bit of we did an extended sojourn to the Star Wars place, where we had that kind of silly fun. But we are now back to continue the this murder mystery party, where let's just say things have escalated in the level of fake murders that have been on display. When Elon, creating an illusion of his death, made something ludicrously gruesome. There were like eyes hanging out by threads, a name carved. This was also interesting because there was a name carved into the scales as if identifying a killer, which was like which I think I believe what you said. I didn't write it down, so I'm upset with myself. like you, and of course this is all in your character as Lady Ridington Smoothly. That you did all of this to throw them off the scent, but you weren't actually clear about who you were putting suspicion on. You were just saying like the killer was, and like some runes carved into you or whatever. Meanwhile, Tongart says Lady Ridington Smoothly must have been so ashamed of her previous murder that she's taken her own life, describing something that could not have been the case. So obviously, Tongart, or should I say, Sir Smelvington Ham, perhaps is now going to be considered a suspect in this. But again, this illusion was so impressive that Shishu believes this is true, is on her knees wailing, has sworn, while cradling her brother's corpse, to take up the mantle of disruption.
Right.
So that's going on. Lord Buku.
It's
so
what
basically,
I do.
Unfortunately, you'll have to cast Speak with Dead Dragons because, as far as you know, this dragon is dead. But all that aside, so now Buku and Shishu and Auset and everybody in their costumes are back. But XigXag did a thing of going off to look on her own elsewhere in this area because she smelled that green scaled dragon in the black robes you all met out at the Oasis, out at the thing, or Oasis. We could go the Wonderwall, Champagne Supernova, Oasis. There's Midnight at the Oasis. There's the band Oasis. We got a lot of options. Is my point. XigXag, you snuck after this person with your incredible sense of smell. Unfortunately, you did not have stealth to match, and upon getting near this person, you suddenly spelled a new creature almost like appearing before you.
It summoned the giant on me.
And it is a 20-foot tall green-skinned giant sort of standing in a hall, sort of a ways away, although it will probably make noise that everyone will be alerted that something is down there. So that is now looking at you, like, you know, preparing to sort of move in on you.
How far away is XigXag from where I am with
Oh,
Elon?
I'm far, far away from you.
XigXag is, you're probably not like insanely far. You're like 120 feet or so. You've gone.
Oh.
But it's like around a corner, and maybe 200 feet. You know, it's like.
Okay.
You guys came into one, like you're like kind of coming to the main entrance, going to that, and XigXag went down a different quarter. So you know, there's a couple turns. Let's phrase it like that. You're not sure if it's two rights and a left, but we'll see. So all of this, of course, is in service of, you guys are just kind of winging it, haha, dragons. Even though, again, if you haven't watched this game a lot,
you had to rub it in.
they're just humanoid dragons right now because they're in a domain of dread and everything. All that kind of fun. But this, you are here looking for basically treasure from the Great Pyramid of Eternal Diversion. So, Auset thought one of you might be someone named XigXag in disguise. So you're all just kind of going along with that. Apparently, they've been waiting for XigXag here a long time. You also have heard that Auset is apparently an immortal dragonborn bard. So, I don't know what you guys want to do with that information. I'm just providing it to you. But that's a thing. I just feel like I'll just keep mentioning that in case you guys are like, hey, when we killed her, why didn't that work? Well, because yeah. Anyway, so that's the vibe. But I think there obviously are a lot of names. I guess we'll go through this. XigXag, you are currently Colonel Smelvingly Welthington, an explorer. Shishu, you are Duchess Welthington Smelthington, an aristocrat.
Correct.
Tongard, again, you are Sir Smelthington Ham. Elon is Lady Wrightington Smothley, shipping heiress, now deceased, according to the game. And Lord Buku is Lord...
Former.
Yeah, there you go. Lord Buku is Lord Smithington Rightly, a shipping magnate. So we have shipping magnate and shipping heiress. Auset came up with this game very quickly, is the idea. So there are some repetition of names. We got into all this a few weeks ago.
But there's only one Duchess, so...
Only one Duchess, one Colonel.
Draw your own conclusions.
There you go.
Oh, I did write this down somewhere.
My brother!
These names are written down. I will, with all of that in mind, I will read tonight's invocation. I don't know who you are, or what you do, or where you go when you're not around. I don't know anything about you, baby, but you're everything I'm dreaming of. I don't know who you are, but you are a real dead ringer for love. Real dead ringer for love. So, we begin with Shishu, the area we just said, with Shishu sort of cradling Elon. Tongart, have you turned around yet, Tongart? Did we have the moment of you turning around?
I feel like I recommended to one of the NPCs that's like that it would be good for Shishu and the body to be escorted somewhere to like grieve or last rites.
I think you did turn around, yes.
Yeah, but I also was just gonna say before we dive into this, we should roll for luck.
Oh yes, everyone, please roll 4 d8s. Roll four of those sweet d8s, and then Lord Buku, you have a bit of an edge on this stuff.
I get to change one of my dice, is that right?
You get no. You just have a you went with the standard thing. So everyone else will add any matches to 3. You get to add to 4.
Gotcha.
So do we have anybody get 2 of a kind in their 4d8?
I got a double.
Double. Then you have 4 luck for today. So turn your luck today to 4.
Ooh.
I
Tongard,
did as well.
you did as well. So you have 5. Congratulations.
No matches this week.
No matches. So Tongard's at 3, XigXag's at 4, Buku's at
Nothing
5.
for me.
Alon's at 3,
None-
Shishu
none
at
for
3.
me.
Gosh, an unlucky group. This means subsequent luck rolls you might be called on to
Don't
make.
judge.
Lord Buku will have a higher chance of success with 5 dice. The rest of you lower. So, yeah. So with sort of Shishu cradling Elon's plans of scoping things out on his own being somewhat thwarted, Lord Buku and Tongart standing there with varying degrees of like, oh, this isn't I think both of them are thinking, this isn't exactly the plan I was expecting. And XigXag, you're looking at a giant. The first person I want to check in with today is XigXag.
Okay.
I want to understand what it is you are going to do as this giant who is like sees you and is making a move toward you.
I would like to talk around him to the guy. Like, hello, friend. We met before out at the Oasis, remember? I'm in no trouble. I just wanted to talk.
Understood. You want to try to sort of call out to that person. Perfect. Give me
Meanwhile, I'm probably taking a couple of cautious steps backwards.
a little like hey, no need. I just wanted to chat. Okay. Give me a. Let's kick this off with a charm. Charm and persuade are the same for you, so just roll a charm or persuade. That is something you have on your. That is under your will, the green column.
Green
the fifth
charm.
Charm or
Charm.
yeah.
Persuade. Okay. Can I do my luck or any luck to add to it? Or?
I don't think that this situation would grant you any luck. But you can spend power if you have any to give yourself extra dice on this attempt to persuade.
How about the other one when I can change?
You can change it after the fact, or you could preset some if you wanted to do that.
Okay, I give myself. Oh gosh.
So you can spend 2 of your power to get extra dice. Oh,
Okay,
gosh.
1 extra dice.
Okay, so you'll
Okay.
spend 2 power, so we'll cut your power down. I'll do that for you there.
Always makes me happy when someone says, "I'm gonna do." Oh, jeez.
And I have two talismans.
2 talismans. All right, well that is.
Should I use one change so it's 3?
You could spend 5 more power to change one to another
I'll do
another
that.
talisman. Okay. Okay, so you have a 3rd
It's
degree
3
success at this persuasion.
Yes.
All right. Well, this is interesting because, wow, talisman. I feel bad that you're spending extras to go deeper into this because I want you to look at talisman. Talisman is protection. It is magic. It's the miracle.
Yeah.
It's this. But talisman is also recklessness, which
Yes,
sneaking
well,
off on
I already
your own
covered that when I said,
Yeah.
just by coming here.
is by coming here. So I'm going to phrase it like this. Your attempt to sort of like charm this person, with a 3rd degree success, even though this is like you're in a combat situation, so that's never an easy thing to do. You hear a kind of like a chuckle from like around the corner as footsteps are moving, and you can smell. I mean, you have a perfect sense. You have the absolute scent of this person as he seems to be moving, and you hear him sort of say, kind of like, he sort of chuckles and kind of says, "If you survive, yeah, I'll be curious to talk more." And that's when the giant moves in on you. So
Okay.
you have the giant seems to be like kind of going slow. It's not like the giant did not get the like kill order, so the giant's just like approaching you, kind of like moving in on you. But it has not immediately struck, so you've given yourself a momentary reprieve, and the person does not seem to, maybe he is not going to further attack you, but
Okay.
he is going off in a different direction. There's a giant between you and he and a quarter, and this giant is now coming towards you.
I turn and run back towards everybody else.
Excellent. Would you go
Bringing
to
a
your,
giant
go to your
me.
physicality and give me a move roll? It's the orange box. The orange column is the beginning.
Move?
Move. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have double trophy.
Double trophy. Trophy that's in this context. I think trophy's a pretty good one. It's accomplishment and competition, and since you're trying to outrun
Victory.
something else, yes. You are. So yes, basically, XigXag is just it's a big giant that's coming after you, kind of what like you. And in fact, as we now cut to the other room, you certainly sort of like you're clearing through a thing, but at this point, Shishu, Tongart, and Lord Buku. As you're all looking at this sort of like extreme intense thing, and Auset is saying, "Oh my, this is so much. This is just wild. How dead this? Oh dear, is this?
Is he really dead?
Apparently. Oh wait, are you? Is this Wait, Sepajay, are you several souls in? Are you one soul in several bodies? Is this a phylactery situation? Is it a phylactery situation, Sepajay? I mean, Lady Smithington, Huntington, I can't remember the names I gave you all. Was Lady Ridington Smartly just one of the components? Or all of you, Sepajay? Is that what it is? Have I figured it out? Have I solved it? But at this point, you all hear pounding, thundering, sort of like boom, 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 boom.
Also screaming from me.
Okay, and apparently you hear XigXag screaming as well.
Oh my, is that the killer? And I just look and point. Like,
Oh, wait, what is it?
Huh?
Oh, maybe. What is going on? And, XigXag, are you running to where they are? Are you
Yeah.
leading this thing back there? Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
can I, when I do that, can I also kick Alon slightly as everybody looks away? Like,
Sure.
here, let me
Kick
get
a lot,
outta here,
Elon,
get
do
outta
you
here.
still play dead?
I always stay in character. I take my job very seriously, just like I take everything in my life.
Then Elon does not.
Am
leave
I
in
hearing the
response.
voice of my brother?
You are not. Apparently, Elon is utterly.
Oh, I
still.
probably should have done that out
I
of character
thought I
voice.
heard his
I
voice.
probably should have done that out of character voice. All right.
No, you were explaining in character what the thought process is. I'm down for it.
That
Yeah.
was yeah, that's right. It was applying echo effect. It was internal thought.
Do you think his soul is here right now?
Oh, I'm almost certain that's the case there.
Well, that depends. If the soul is a part of it, is the soul just 1/5 of your own soul, Sepajay? Is that what's going on? And can you split into 5 dragons? Then you can morph into a bigger dragon and then combine the different dragon parts to make a mega dragon, and that's Sepajay? Is that what's happening? I'm so fascinated.
Oh, I see.
You could
Seriously
send
doubt
me
he has a
5
soul.
fractured dragons, and none of them would be my brother.
Oh my god! But wait a second. Why are you up? But do you mean your sister? Because that's Lady.
It's brother.
Bishu! I mean, Lady Duchess?
Duchess.
Duchess?
Duchess Smithington Wethington.
Yes. You're clearly not related to the body that is on the floor. As it's.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not. No. I'm not.
At this point,
You'll have to forgive the Duchess. She refers to everyone as if they are a familial acquaintance.
at this
He's a
point,
very caring person.
XigXag, you probably do make it kind of into this room, and you guys remember these ceilings are big because a full-size dragon could sit at the far end of this dining hall.
And I like to just scream, I found the killer! And then just zoom as far as I can.
Okay, so you
across the
shout,
room.
"I found the killer!" Zoom across the room. But XigXag's coming is not a surprise to anyone because these huge pounding footsteps, and at first you wonder if XigXag is making this noise, but then all of your, not XigXag level, but still, impressive dragon senses kick in as you all get a whiff of that distinctive kind of musk that those giants have. That sort of like lingonberry sweat that those giants up in their cold
Gross.
mountain climbs possess. And as sort of like this massive shadow is descending, and then you see a green giant 20 feet tall, sort of like rounding the corner, sort of chasing after XigXag. She's rushing sort of across the room. The giant is not far from her. But at this point, we are going to have a fight sequence.
Oh!
Boy.
He's not a jolly green giant, then I guess.
He is jolly, perhaps, but perhaps what makes him jolly is ripping apart little dragons.
Oh, that sparks joy.
You know what? He's read a lot of Campbell, and he really took the whole follow your bliss thing.
That's fair.
So, first stage before rolling anything, this is just one of the situations of what is it you all want to do? What do you want to accomplish in this sequence? What are your sort of end goals? Again, since we're sort of somewhat new to the system, I will say some logical goals would be escape, or fight back, or given the energy of this thing, and XigXag kind of suspects the thing was just a conjuration of some kind. I don't know, the rest of you know that immediately. But like, so you probably think talking it out is less likely to work with a thing like this. Though you don't all necessarily know that at first, but we can sort of say that. So, what goals do people have? This is kind of a group discussion, a group kind of idea. You can also have different goals. Different people can try to do different things. Yeah, what is it you wish to do in this fight scene? Is this a dragon attack? Is this a dragons go back to the much narrower and smaller servants' passages that you came in from? You notice that the other participants in this game, sort of that parlor maid, and I think the doctor you already killed, but some of those other characters seem to be like Outset's just kind of like, they are sort of more scattering. They're kind of just getting out of the way.
Well, I almost instantly probably will go into a primal fury and try to go in. I feel like I want to stop this thing by its legs. I want to go and like try to
sort of figured
unarmed just grab this thing and knock it down if I can.
Knock down the dragon and
stop it. Yeah.
Prevent it from trampling at your brother's corpse.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think that makes sense.
Better.
So fight. Is anybody here also in sort of a fight mode here?
I mean, I think it's not necessarily fight, but I think I will attempt to sort of protect those that are fighting, right? So like, or in danger.
Yeah, you will contribute.
I will assist.
You'll
to the combat.
You'll support a combat. XigXag. Now that you've sort of gotten in the room, this thing is still chasing you, but you might have hopped on the long table and run 10 more feet before it's finally in the room. What now that you're around allies, what do you want to do?
Well, I consider whether I should flee, but since Shishu is like attacking, then I'm gonna try to find out that my new sword is how useful it is.
Understood. You'll sort of feel seeing it. You're gonna draw a sword. Lord Bukubazan.
I would like to get Alon to get the fuck out and go searching, like the original plan was, and maintain our cover of this ridiculous murder mystery game.
Understood. So while others are distracted, you wish to extract Elon's body.
I think yes, and if I can do so while maintaining our cover and keep the game going, that would be ideal.
Understood. All right. I love this series of plans.
And not dying. Not dying would be.
I get the not dying part. That will certainly be factored in.
I would like to extract myself without the help of Lord Bukubazan.
Okay, so you similarly trying to sort of sneak away?
Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah.
I love this. Okay.
I think I'd like to. If I can, I want to like, if I can, I want to like try to cast a invisibility on myself or something.
Use your illusion, or use your illusion too, to try to sort of get your way out of here a little more.
Yeah.
I think that's.
But also, just morally, I don't want to be indebted to him. Really, that's my real main.
Well, this is going to. Okay, great. I love it. All right, so let me look at a couple of things on some sheets here. So you could first I'm going to ask a couple of people to go ahead and make some power expenditures to sort of do the things they're doing. Elon, it's going to cost you 5 power to sort of try to warp reality, hide yourself in this way. So if you'll deduct that from your total, Shishu, it also will cost you 5 power to enter your sort of primal rage for your sort of intense fighting thing. Tongar, are you going to be using any of your magic that costs power?
Yeah, my plan was to, if I can within this sequence, ward both XigXag and Shishu.
I think given what's going on here, yeah, you can do your wards on both of them. So yeah, you can just kind of
so that's 10 power.
Throw those onto them. I think that's great. Okay, I love it. Shishu, you have the Sword of the Gales. So you'll sort of be fighting. So, okay, tell you what. Let's
Wait,
just...
I have it?
No,
or
sorry,
does XigXag
XigXag
have it?
has it. I said
Okay.
the wrong because XigXag Shishu, I get them confused every time. All right, so
Because
let's
they
get
sound similar.
let's get the silliness out of the way here. Elon, you are sort of giving yourself a sort of just general kind of like hiding illusion, blending in, not. I'm not sure that you're going to be literally invisible, but this is a thing where you're just kind of going to like blend into the background, disappear, get out of here. With the expenditure that you're doing, this is also something that you're, you're going to be well. So for you, the good news for you is you don't have to actually roll the sneak. You can just roll your spell casting under your green. So please give me that roll now. Lord Buku Bazan.
Oh.
You probably would need to roll a sneak unless you'd like to pitch me something else.
No, well, I was gonna say, because my goal was to help Alon escape.
Yes.
Unnoticed. I don't care if I wasn't planning on like lifting him up or anything like that, right?
You
So
were almost more going to be
it
doing
make-
like a sleight of hand kind of situation.
Well, whatever it took. If I notice him getting out himself,
Mhm.
then could I just provide distraction so that he's less noticeable?
Absolutely.
Right? Like I don't care how it's done. But
I
feel
love
like
it.
you would
I love it.
adjust the
Yes.
situation.
In that case, I love that. In that case, you can.
I don't know that I do anymore.
as you glance over at Elon and you're like, all right, how the hell am I gonna like? You see this thing like, oh, here's my chance. You look over and he's just gone. Like
Okay.
you see like a little magical shimmer, maybe like one of the doorways. Like since you almost know what you're looking for, you're like, okay. So like you see like, all right, he's moving over there. So yes, in that case, you may absolutely attempt to sort of just generally distract, and I would let you use your charm for that purpose.
Oh, sure.
Rather than performance, because that's unsporting, since you have terrible will, but you get your intellect bonus to everything but
It's fine.
performance.
It's fine.
I think let's have it be more of the like charm, persuade, just like
Sure.
you're attracting attention, yeah.
I get that. Oh, that's a quad coinage in that one.
4 coins.
Yeah.
Wow.
6 dice at 4 coins. I love it. All right. And coinage is, security, and just kind of like so you were very confident that neither this giant nor Outset and her other people are noticing him. You're keeping their attention on you. You're like knocking over platters at other places. You're keeping the attention on the other dragons as they're sort of moving in to do their fight. Elon, what did you roll on your spellcasting?
Triple tome secrecy and
Triple-
double artwork envy.
Ooh, and double artwork. I assume you want to use the
Triple,
tone.
yes.
Yes. So as you sort
But
of
if I can I can also make Buku jealous at the same time, I'm going to absolutely do that.
Yeah.
Good luck, invisible boy.
well, you do possess.
Maybe I can just whisper something to him on the way out.
You because you possess that other simple spell, I'm going to allow your second one to, like, amidst all this stuff, you could also throw him a message. Just so, what would you like to say to him to sort of dampen his spirits in a totally petty way?
I'm just gonna say, like, my sister loves me more than you, okay? Clearly. Just clearly. But I'm sure someone will love you at some point.
I love that. I really like to hear you like just in multiple. Like,
It's just not her.
Take a step back, go back, and keep saying them.
Oh my god.
Wow. All right. So those were things that were said. So I will say that Lord Buku, in terms of you sort of having attracted attention, gotten Elon out, and been met with your efforts with kind of like just like a needless a needless dig that wasn't even about what, so basically just, it wasn't even about the situation. It wasn't even like, thanks for getting me out. By the way, my sister loves
Whatever
me.
makes you
more
feel
than she loves
better,
you.
Alon. Whatever makes you feel better.
So as Alon you have helped Alon get out, but you, in doing so, you have attracted attention, so things might go bad-ish for you if something
But at
doesn't
what
go
cost?
right with these dragons as they do this current attack against this green giant thing. So, I would like, beyond this spell that you have done, Tongar, you've sort of put that onto them, but are you doing anything else, like, in this to sort of harass or stop this creature? Or are you just really trying to just focus on that ward for them preparing?
I think at the moment it's just the ward.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. Then I think that XigXag and Shishu, this is a pretty simple one because you guys are just attacking. You're just using some weaponry here. So, XigXag, you have the Sword of the Gale.
Okay.
If you want to like try to channel your breath into this thing and do one of these like things, you can spend some power to do that now. If you want to like give that a shot.
I'm kind of low on power though.
Kind of low on power. Then in that case, you could just attack with it as a, you suspect that this is the kind of thing where like it's already going to do more damage than most weapons would, that kind of thing. And in fact, because it has a damage rating of 2, this is going to matter since it is the two of you up against a thing. Actually, both of you have magic weapons with damage rating of 2. So already, that's a huge benefit because that is getting rid of the penalties that you would be receiving for so few of you fighting such a larger enemy. So that's a cool thing. So I think for both of you in that case, you can go ahead and make your melee weapon attacks.
Mine, I think, is unarmed. It's the same roll, but just because I'm trying to knock this guy down.
Oh, you're not using that weapon. Okay, understood. Yours are unarmed.
Right,
Then,
I'm just charging and trying to knock him
cool.
down.
In that case, unless you want to spend
Exactly.
power to do so, which you can or cannot. Although, oh, sorry. Let me look at what your thing says. Sorry, guys. Oh no, your physicality yeah, you're perfect. You're amazing. It's preposterous. Yeah, you take no penalties on this. You can get extra dice for only 1 power, and when you take damage, you're doing it. So go ahead and make your attack. You are rolling 8 dice total. You can choose one after the fact, and Shishu,
that's
you could
nice.
spend only 2 to get to the maximum of 10 dice if you'd like, because for you right now it only costs you 1 to buy extra bonuses. So if you wanted to roll 10 d8s.
I'm going to roll
that.
10 d8s.
Okay, cool.
So,
So,
I'll use 1 extra power.
Two extra power for it's 1 for each dice instead of
Oh,
2 for
2,
each dice.
okay.
Yeah. So you do that.
Right.
You do that. So you can roll your 10. XigXag, go ahead and roll your melee attack. You don't take any penalties from this, and you can use either of the.
It's the same. It's 4 dice.
4 die either way. Okay, yeah, cool.
By the way, I just want to remind you that Lord Buku also has a weapon. He has the whip.
He does, but he's busy. He's busy distracting everyone
Right.
so Elon can get out.
Well, he could use the whip for that. Okay. Oh God, this is bad. I have nothing.
Oh,
I got
no.
triple trinkets.
Triple trinkets. I like it. Okay.
And double victory on talisman.
And a backup on talisman. Okay, that was you're trying to knock the person over. Okay, understood. XigXag, you have no successes?
Nope.
All right. So basically, XigXag, this is the first time you've ever wielded this weapon. You don't want to really put your own power and your lungs into this situation. So you sort of rush up and kind of swing, and the gust of wind from the sword on your upswing, like picks you up in the air and kind of like tumbles you around, and you sort of go sort of flying.
I need to practice that some.
And you're like, okay, that didn't work. Shishu, you run and you're sort of start pounding at this thing's legs, delivering these serious sort of punches as you're trying to like pull it over. Your strength is considerable, but you do realize that the size difference between the two of you is such that it's 3 times bigger, so it is really hard for you to knock it over. You are able to bring it to the ground.
Oh.
But it doesn't, like, you don't knock it over. You really force it just down to one knee. And it is able to it's kind of able to like pin you down with its knee, and as it sort of falls, XigXag's there on the ground, and it sort of like delivers a couple of like big punches to sort of XigXag as well.
Ooh.
The amount of damage that you guys are putting out is just not enough to like take this thing out. The good news for you though is that you are both warded by Tongart. So what do they get from that, Tongart?
Great.
They basically cancel 3 damage per 1 power spent.
Per 1 power spent. Great.
It's opposed to 1 to 1.
In addition to this, Shishu, you cancel a lot of power because of your Primal Fury, which is you reduce any damage you take by an additional 3, so you'll take 3 off the top and the 3 you're doing. So both of you should be taking about like 25 power as you're just being pummeled by this thing. But
how about my resist injury?
Resist injury is sure, I guess because you kind of like you were trying to wield the sword and it just wasn't working. I guess that you maybe could shift to a resist injury. Go ahead and try a resist injury. That's fine. We might knock it down a little since you're getting into like a more whatever kind of position.
I think we need to get out of here, guys.
Yeah, but sort of as Buku, you're sort of distracted. Then you're looking back and you're like, oh no, this fight has gotten rough over there. So Shishu, to get rid of the 25. You would need to spend it reduces down by 3, so I think you would need to spend 7.
Yeah, 7 power. You would take 1 point of that.
Wait, so
because it's 25 reduced by 3 is 22. So
okay, divided by 3.
Oh, you need to spend 8 then. Sorry.
To take no damage.
8.
8. Yeah, because you kind of can't take damage. You have to spend it to avoid
right.
the stuff. So this you basically are realizing you're like you kind of, and you did a pretty good job fighting this thing, and sort of you did manage to like wrestle it down, but you did not exceed its you needed many more group successes or a higher level of success for you to sort of take nothing as you did this. XigXag, what did you get on?
I got nothing.
Nothing on the resist injury. Then you will need to do for 25. I guess you'll need to do
9
power. You'll have to take another 9 power lost.
Okay.
As you're just like avoiding the stuff with the sort of the gale. Like this thing is just, it's really big and very powerful and seems to be almost like a pretty thing. Nevertheless, Shishu, you've injured it to some extent, but
thank you.
You've sliced into its legs, and there's like green blood flowing all around. But after it sort of like pounds both of you sort of down pretty intensely, it sort of like looks up and I guess that Tongart and Lord Buku, you guys can make dodge rolls for me. As you
Does
are
it
both
look like this? Who does this thing work for?
that has not yet been disclosed. By
Like
anyone.
you want its manager is what you want?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that evade?
I want to talk to its
sorry,
publisher.
evade. Yes, it is evade. So sorry, that's under coordination.
Oh, that's bad. Okay, let's spend 4 power.
I got 3 pairs.
3 pairs. Ooh, which one would you like to use?
1, 2, and 3. I guess coinage, right? Security.
Sure, security. Yeah, we'll give you. That'll click things up a little.
No, No, we're definitely gonna go with artwork with intention because that's what my whole intention is, not to save myself necessarily, but to
You're just
distract
trying. You're like,
everybody else.
well, I guess I'm helping this distraction. Okay, great. Okay, so this will be sort of a costly.
on
What is this?
target.
You guys are dodging, so you're taking significantly less, and also because you were not in direct fight, the total that's going for both of you is less. Yes, Tongart?
Nope, never mind. Continue.
Would it be worth it to change one of those? Probably not.
Oof. I think spending 5 power to you probably aren't going if you increase one of those, you're not going to reduce it by another like 5 necessary. It's cheaper to just stick with that. So you have 1 successful dodge. Tongart, did you have a dodge success? 0 success. Okay.
I spent 4 power to get 2 extra die, but no match.
So just from like a more singular kind of like attack situation here, is it just like it's kind of just like punching at you guys, and this is more like this is like in the movie when somebody gets like bashed into a wall and just like temporarily knocked out for 2 seconds. That's what was happening to you two. It was going after the 2 that were swinging at it, but as it like moves the broom, it's kind of bashing people away. So Tongart, you are going to take 10 points of damage, and Ibuku, you're going to take 5.
Oh, Tongard.
As you're sort of, so you guys both
Why isn't the damn
on.
board getting involved? Come on.
She's just watching this, and I guess the thing probably there is a moment that you guys notice amidst all of this where it kind of like does like it does like slam her into a wall, but she just kind of hits the wall and like stands up and like smooths stuff out and just like seems totally unaffected, just like shakes her head like, oh this is good. It's so immersive. Fascinating. The others have all elected to run away. So with you guys,
I see her do that, and I do the same thing. I'm like, oh, isn't it? Isn't this quite so realistic? I almost feel as if I'm in danger. Look at her; she's actually bleeding. Isn't that full commitment here by the group? I'd say.
At any point, though, after this thing has kind of like knocked those on the ground, knocked aside Tongart, Buku, and Buku, since you like managed to dodge, so you only took half the brunt. You got the impact from the hand, not also the wall. That kind of situation, you know. But as you guys all sort of like lay there with XigXag and Shishu in much worse shape, Tongart and Lord Buku, kind of up and pretty banged up, and Outset just kind of, oh, that was marvelous. That was simply marvelous. Wait, why did you call? At this point, the giant like stalks back out of this room, and you hear like thundering footsteps receding. And she is just, that was fascinating. Oh my, what was that about? Is that another part of Seba? Is that Seba J? Did I just get hit? Did I just get knocked about by Seba J?
I don't want you to
Possibly.
take this the wrong way, but you're super thirsty for Seppa J.
I am. I thirst for Seba J, which I think you might want 5th of. That's my new theory. But I'm very thirsty. I thirst for her. I thirst to entertain her. And yes, she might be entertaining me if that's what's happening. Is that what's happening? I'd like to know.
Oh.
You'll have to solve the mystery apparently to find out.
Oh, it is a mystery. Now there's a giant and everything. It's funny that giant was green. I wonder if it's that Emerald Menace guy. I wonder if that's... No, that can't be part of it. Anyway,
What Emerald Menace? Tell us. Tell me about the Emerald Menace.
Emerald Menace? Emerald Scourge? What's his name? Where did everyone go? Are they all dead? Wait, did you actually kill them all?
No,
this
they
is
just
delightful.
ran away.
I think they just scattered. Oh, sorry, my bell got
Yeah,
a run on
tell
that.
us more about the Emerald Menace.
Oh, well, there's I'm not sure if it's Menace, the Scourge, the something. He sounds very intense. He's very scary sounding, whatever his name is. The Emerald, yeah. He's just one of those Medjay.
The what?
Magi?
The Medjay, yes.
It was
What
very
is
Matt
that?
Berry.
What is a magic?
Medjay, yes.
Yes, yes. She says, "Oh, don't you know about the Medjay?"
No.
Oh, tell us.
They're a sort of
Yes.
they're a fascinating group. They ride around on their camels. They're sort of desert rangers. Very hard to sort of they come around various places. They seem to patrol the delightful purple mist in the distance. So they patrol them, not control. Did I say control or patrol? I meant patrol.
I think isn't that we run into someone like that? On the
Oh,
Oasis?
did you? Oh, so is he part of the murder? Wait, is he the killer? Is that your little twist? Did you bring someone in to be the killer, and he's using a giant? Oh, I heard they could summon. Heard they could summon great creatures to do their fighting for them in their patrols of things. But that was very big. Ooh, fascinating.
Yeah, it was a little more of a carte blanche sort of situation. We didn't really know exactly what he's doing, so maybe yes, maybe no to most of your questions.
Those are good answers.
Thanks, Shishu.
Yeah.
I feel like part of my skull got crushed, so I appreciate that I'm at least coherent.
Me too. Thanks for the ward, by the way.
Yes, thank you
That
for
was
the
above
word.
and beyond.
I probably would have croaked without it.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, you would have been in bad shape because what were you at before that started?
28 or something?
You were at 28. Yeah, so you would have been at 3.
Yeah.
But with the ward, you're only at 20. That's not so bad. I mean, it's bad. Don't get me wrong, guys. It's bad, but yeah. So as you all sort of are sort of sitting up and sort of wondering what's going on, we are going to cut over to someone named Elon as he sneaks through this area. Elon, what's your plan? You were going to look around. This whole hinged on you doing this, and then you got really into character in multiple ways.
Yeah.
First with the doctor in the session before, and then when you made yourself look really dead. But I do feel like Elon is kind of coming back into himself when he had to get some digs into Lord Buku. So that's good. But at this time, you have left this chamber. Is there anywhere you want to go? Any of the locations you can recall from this place? I can tell you of places you've been if you
Yes,
can't.
yes, the help aid. Yes, what does my character remember?
You know there were some baths that you had not yet gone down to. It seemed like that was like a exhaust vent or water vent is how you entered from this thing.
Right.
There was a room with hookah. And then there were just some other grand passages.
Oh, right. And am I looking for her instrument? Is that, or I'm just getting information?
I cannot answer that because I genuinely don't know. I just know. All I know is you guys said someone will sneak around pretending to be dead. So I don't know what, if any, your goal is. Your fellow players, I'm happy for you to fill us in on that. If there is anything beyond, just do some scoping stuff out. As far as you know, her instrument has been on her most of the time you've seen her.
That's what. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
That
if
being
her
said,
instrument's on her,
could there be a lot more treasure in here? Very probable there could be another treasure hoard
Yes.
somewhere.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go.
There was a room where I think there was a harp that was playing itself in the
Right.
hookah
Oh, that's
room.
right.
If you guys recall that, yes.
Right.
The harp is kind of big and heavy to carry.
Very true.
I think I'm gonna go look down just the hallways because I don't really feel like I really want to go somewhere where there might be other people.
Perfect.
So
So in
I'm gonna
that
just start
case, you're still
snooping around.
You're still
I
under
wanna-
the effects of some, elusive.
Yeah.
You're
Start
somewhat hidden.
Stalking about. Yeah, I'd like to go on like we came in through the top, correct?
You
Like,
came in from the bottom. You came up a really
Oh, we
slippery
came up.
thing that water kind of had been coming.
I'm
from
gonna
a
look.
shaft.
I'm gonna look if I can for ways, stairs or passages up.
Okay. That won't require a roll for you to find such a thing.
Yeah, keeping in mind that like the in the other pyramid, the sort of hero sarcophagi was in the very top of the pyramid,
Yes,
correct?
definitely. It was up in it was the highest room accessible. Yeah, and then
Yes,
that
okay.
shaft out the top. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, so you can head in that direction without any difficulty. I'm going to allow your current casting to last a bit longer, just as far as your illusions are. So you occasionally seem to pass maybe a servant here or there, but for the most part, you are able to get up to another hallway. This one still has very high ceilings, as if it also could accommodate larger beings if necessary. Although you take a staircase that is biped-sized. Up on this hallway, you see a series of doors that, why don't you give me an analyze roll, but add, you only know Wyrmloth culture, so I'm going to have this be a penalty of half, so you can give yourself 1 extra die on this, so you can roll just an analyze with 1 bonus from your sort of understanding of general cultural things.
That is with 3 die. That is 3 gemstones.
Wow. Righteous.
Wow.
Gemstones. That's what I did. And that's brilliance, which is in this case, I think it's like you have a brilliant insight. Perhaps certain elements of the sort of the creative world are universal. The doors up here seem to be adorned with, obviously, it's symbology. You aren't familiar with the actual hieroglyphics or sigils or anything, but the imagery is very clearly depicting different kinds of like music. One seems very reminiscent of like drama. You're very familiar with those, like those dragon masks where one is smiling and one is frowning.
I'm very
but
familiar.
for like biped, But the idea
Sheesh was
is,
always into that. Yeah.
So
I also have this helm of understanding as well.
Oh, the helm of understanding probably would. I think these are more like.
Who to guess?
I think it's more like symbols and stuff. I don't know that there's words written specifically on these things.
Gotcha. Okay.
But with any time there are words, that would be helping. So yeah, you definitely have a clear sense of like you're not sure what is within these finely carved sort of stone doors, but the doors themselves have depictions of different kinds of art and music on them. So if there's any kind of art you'd want to go towards or music you'd want to go towards, you could do that. But on this level, that's what you see. But there are also stairs ascending even higher. You also notice from some sneaking around, I'm going to say at this point, this is probably where anything's going to wear off on you. There is a like larger, it seems like home. There is a much larger, like kind of like tube almost like going up that a creature could fly up. A larger dragon could easily fly or climb up to get to this level and the level above.
Well, I'll go ahead and poke my head into one of these, chambers.
Okay. Would there
Yeah,
be
anything that resembles the instrument that our bard carries, is a it was a flute or no? No.
I can totally tell you. Just with
I can tell you though, actually, if there's anything that's like a sick acoustic guitar, like I might have played.
More. You definitely. I
want to go there.
Her instrument is actually pipes, which I often forget about. But yes, so there are some areas that have more stringed instruments, which
that's what I
think maybe is more sort of strummable stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Elon, you open one of those doors. As you do so, the lights within that were dark, kind of various, like, not dark, just sort of dim, those rainbow-colored flames kind of turn on.
Yes.
In
motion sensing,
or being detected kind of things. But as you look in, you see there is a small sort of stage. There's seating in some kind of like raised platforms with mainly cushions to sort of sit on around. At the stage at the bottom, there are several instruments on the stage. You would suspect the acoustics in here are amazing because it's just the whole vibe of this place. And with your helm of understanding, you actually notice that like on the side there are numerous like scrolls and papyrus containing music tablature, notes, song lyrics, this kind of stuff.
Gotcha. All right, I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and see if I can pocket just one of the like something with song lyrics on it.
Sure.
And is there anything before I leave this room? Is there anything just sort of using my intrinsic knowledge of value? Anything that looks super shiny and spendy in here?
Make a luck roll.
Ow.
I know. This is not about. This is your ability
3, right?
to find it is fine. This is if there's anything.
No, I get 3. Is that right?
It's with 3 for you if you had no matches earlier. Yeah.
No, nothing.
As you have a pretty good sense of this, so you are confident you're not missing out on anything.
Yeah.
Some of the instruments are perfectly fine, like a good instrument, but it's nothing where you're like, yeah, steel, unless Elon
Gotcha.
happens to be obsessed with instruments.
No, he's not. Okay, I'll go ahead and quietly leave this room and start heading up even more. I'll go ahead and yeah, I will. I'm sorry. Did we regain any power?
Not yet. There's been no time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I will. Okay. I'll chance it. I'll go ahead and cast again another illusion to sort of as I go up one more level.
Keep yourself cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna just spend it.
All right.
It's another 5. Yes.
Another 5, and go ahead and do a. You have a baseline of how well this works, but give me another spell casting roll.
Which is 1, 2, 3, 4,
You
5,
get a
6,
lot
7.
with these.
The thing I do.
Mhm.
Oh, that's too bad. Okay. Double gemstone, double talisman. I'll do talisman. For
Honestly, it's appropriate because
Magic.
yes, it's protection, but also recklessness once again going off.
Mhm.
Let's double down and go higher. I love it. So Elon will head up a little further. Meanwhile, we'll cut down to the others.
I'm gonna like sidle up to Lord Buku if I can. Buku, how do you think we can turn this whole act? She thinks 1/5 of us, or 1/5 of each of the souls in us. I feel like that's maybe something we can play on, but I don't really have a line on it. You know, she thinks that 1/5 of Sapa J's soul is in each of us. That's sort of her current.
That's
thing.
creepy.
I'm not sure how we can like use that, but that seems like something.
That sounds like cannibalism.
I'll be honest, I hadn't considered that as a possible. Issue your mind is just, it is the brightest gem in this room right now. As far as as far as using that, I don't know how we would do that. I don't have any ideas that come to mind.
Let me try one thing. So
Sure thing. While he's doing that, can I whisper to XigXag?
Yes.
And say, like, I don't know what our exit strategy is out of here, but perhaps if you can sniff out quick escape from this pyramid, since the owner seems to be stuck in here, that might be our best bet.
Now, Phil,
Yes.
that guy that I sniffed out, didn't he just sneak in?
He snuck in through the wide open front doors that you guys could have entered from, but you elected to sneak up the
So
back
yeah,
instead.
then I know the way to the front door, right?
The front
Or
door,
roughly.
like, I think in my mind this may be. Well, you know what? Tell you what, Lord Buku, give me a luck roll because you have high luck.
Double one.
Double one. We'll say it's a like if you guys have even like come like so, like if you're like if you're towards the front door peeking out, XigXag can like do a like just like a turn your head and you actually can see you're on the level with the entrance, like you can see starlight out there. You can see
Okay.
Like,
And I can smell the scent or something, maybe.
you can smell fresh air out there, absolutely. Yeah, you are
I
in a
know
place
the
where
way.
you could just, if
You
you're just like running as fast as you could. You do recall there were those undead outside who were like patrolling, so that might complicate things here or there. And there also were those caravans who were watching light shows on this pyramid. Because, remember months ago when you guys arrived here?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yep. So there's, yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Perfect. That's
So I know
all I
the
needed
main
to-
door, but there might be company.
Yeah.
Understood. We have options. I'll watch Tangart do his.
I'll say it. Just a question for you.
Yes. Oh, wait. No, I'm, not Howset. My
Oh.
name is, I'm Madame Exotica Mysteria. I keep forgetting.
Apologies, Madam Exotica.
Listen to me jingle.
Mysteria. That's delightful. I'm just sort of curious. When the mystery of Sepa J is solved,
Yes.
what is it you
Are you about to
do?
solve it? Am I about to learn? Wait, no, I'm supposed to solve it. What's happening? Sorry, that giant threw me for a loop.
Well, what are you intending to do for Sepa J?
Well, entertain her, of course. I mean,
Right.
ooh, I have a vision of a bard here who will entertain her, as has been her mandate from the Pharaoh himself, yes.
Right. So then,
Ooh, the spirits, they tell me these things.
now I'm
darling.
not saying that you're correct in your assumption that 1/5 of Sepa J's soul is in each of us. I'm also saying that you're not incorrect in that assumption.
So in other words, you're saying nothing.
But if that were the case, wouldn't it be an interesting thing with all 5 of us assembled to have this bard perform for Sepa J
I understand.
and see if that were to create something?
Yes, except. Oh, I see. There's a mystery. You're putting mysteries on mysteries. Because where's the other one? We're missing 1/5 of Sepa J, if I
Where
am
did that-
brilliantly correct.
Wait, where did that body go?
Oh,
This is
no.
intriguing.
Did the
Perhaps
giant,
the giant
eat
ate
it?
it.
Oh, the giant ate it. Then we must find the giant. Hunt for the giant. Come, we must find the giant to fish the 5th part of the soul of our honored guest in the form of Lady Smithington Rightly. Smithington Welthing? I can't remember which one. Which one was she, darling?
Well, it's not a great plan, but it is a plan, and that seems to be more than what we have right now. So, yeah, I guess let's go find this giant.
Perfect. Lead the way.
See,
I'm just the detective,
he
and
was
also
my
the
brother.
fabulous performer. Yes, I love this. Find the giant, unite the souls, and then perhaps this bard bird. I forget how you. I don't even know how you pronounce this. Although I'm a fortune teller, so of course I know it's bard because I'm a very cultured and worthy individual. Of course. What are we talking about? To the giant. Yes, go get the giant. That sounds fun.
Well, and I'll walk up to ZigZag and be like, ZigZag, you're our usual tracker, but I need you to not find the giant. If you could just take us on a real long walk around this place, going as far away from the giant as possible, that would probably be for the best.
I probably can do that. How about if I lead us straight out the main door?
Well, I mean, we're still
Yes.
looking for treasure in here.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So if you
that
could-
makes sense.
If you can, just because with your nose, I know that you can kind of avoid that giant. I feel like I'm gonna walk right into it if I try to.
All right. That's like a plan.
All right, thanks, ZigZag.
All right. So, well, in that case, ZigZag, please make a scent roll, a smell taste, whatever the hell it's called.
Smell. Where's my smell? It should be a good one,
Under
right?
vitality. It's under smell. Oh yeah, it's mildly good for you. It's just 6 horde dice plus 1 dragon dice.
So, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and the dragon dice, so that's 4 of gemstone.
4 gemstones.
Yeah, and also have a double 8.
Okay, with weapon on top of it. I like it. In that case, XigXag, yeah, you can. I'll sort of allow you to do this and have it be very convincing that no one's the wiser. So basically, XigXag, you walk out, and I mean, this is not a difficult thing. Even if you don't have line of sight to this giant anymore from 1,000 feet, which in this big cavernous thing you probably do, you definitely can smell where it's been and can confidently lead the group in the other direction. So that is basically the 4 of you and Auset are marching around.
Perfect.
Elon, you have gone invisible, or have gone sort of, hidden in
Phasey.
shadow. It's probably kind of like a minor invisibility. It's like the invisibility of like a shadow monk in the shadow, maybe coupled with like pass without trace levels of just like throwing the scent off. So you're able to move through these other artwork areas, and begin your way up another staircase, eventually coming to a platform that has this beautiful, like, living mural, kind of where there's these lights just cascading in all directions, sort of creating. It's a predominantly purple thing because there's swirling mist depicted in these sort of shifting crystals on the wall. It's a very nice thing. You notice, you suspect you've gotten fairly high, and there's a large door on one side of this chamber. This has symbols that by now you're beginning to relate to the pharaoh and his sort of, beneficence that he claims to have put upon these lands. As you
that's what I'm seeing in the mural, or that's what I'm seeing on the door.
So sorry, the mural seems to just be mist and desert. Mist, desert,
Okay.
pyramids, kind of the lands around, with kind of a just like, kind of like
Gotcha.
a motion graphic effect, but
Yeah.
a pretty short loop.
Gotcha.
Yeah. This door
gotcha,
has
yeah,
this
the
symbol,
bounce
but
effect.
as you sort of stand here at the door, you do hear a little voice in your head. It's your own voice. It's your own thoughts. But just sort of saying, that could be your symbol.
Oh my god.
These places, you know what it is? You can picture, like, whatever Elon Buteros, whatever brand. You can picture your branding.
Oh yeah, I drew. Oh no, yeah, no, I actually trademarked it when I was 7. So.
Oh my god.
Oh.
You've just been refining since then, I'd imagine, right?
It's
Yeah, I
true,
wrote it in
he
my
hired
notebook.
a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Is it have you like gotten away from like skeuomorphics? Have you just gotten really clean now?
Yeah, no,
But still
we've gone through a couple. We're actually back there again.
Oh, okay,
So.
sure. It's
I
everything
bet it's at
else
least
you do.
camel cased, right?
Entree. See what's my. I feel like
these
my
doors,
destiny.
These doors also could accommodate a much larger,
Of course.
much larger being.
My natural form, yeah.
So, what do you do?
I'm gonna go ahead and go through the doors.
You push the doors open, still slightly obscured. The
The
room
bravest
within,
man I know.
is lit by a sort of, again, this sort of shaft of much dimmer light, but it seems to be enough to kind of like bathe this whole room in a beautiful purple blue glow, as once again there is a shaft coming down from above. This seems to be another burial chamber, and you hear as soon as you open the door that there is this like long, slow sort of twinkling and tinkling rather of like wind chimes, of kind of like various like neutral sort of like pleasant sounds, kind of like strummed things around, as if it's either enchanted or physically there are things that just give this kind of like a spa music vibe.
Sweet vibe, yeah. Oh man, I'm here for it. Yeah, I'd like to look for do I see a sarcophagus?
There is something that is, again, a slightly more familiar sight, although culturally not exactly yours. In this chamber, there appears to be, like in most like dragon tombs, a pit in which a hoard could be placed that could fit a dragon if one were to die here.
Yes, but it is not. It's empty.
It is empty, almost as if like this is a place Seppa J could sort of come to, you know, like it's been prepared for her. You see more symbols. It has that same stuff that I think Buku was talking about down below, of the what's it called? Of that like perch in the dining hall for a very fancy bomb who you guys have sort of figured is probably it's all for Seppa J. So
I want to see if maybe they've like pre-started a horde, you know, a little like you know, if they've
sure, if
you
there's
know,
if there's a
might...
starter horde, like if there's a little as you sort of step in, there does seem to be some treasure on the ground. There is, however, a stone sarcophagus, like halfway down, sized for a biped.
I'll examine it.
Okay. Elon, what is you have a pretty good listen or look.
Don't like what you're saying.
I don't like the way that's that. Sixes. That's the I forget. You guys are all like this is a high perception party just by default. So as you sort of begin to creep in, you do notice, like, you hear like the shifting of fabric, and you sort of look up, and there is in black robes, there is a green scaled dragon born, sort of like perched like on the edge of this pit. Kind of just like sighing, kind of like looking at the door that you just entered through. Kind of like exhaling slowly.
Have they noticed me?
Your illusions seem to have like kept you from being immediately noticed, but because you entered the room, I think this person knows that someone has come in. But once you like get a little further in, you realize that someone was already in here. So he knows you're here, but he doesn't seem to be too worried about it. But he's in what he just did is he just shifted into a bit of more ready stance. But right now he's just sort of like waiting and watching, and still he seems relatively calm.
And is he dressed like anyone we have?
He's the guy you saw out at the Oasis. Like, it's that dude.
Oh,
yeah.
Wait, this was the guy who spoke with sort of like a older British accent. Is that right?
Yeah,
I don't.
Sort of he rode in, and unlike the ones who were like doing the drugs, he was like
he was very
terse,
and like not. He was disappointed that we were partaking with the sort of lotus eaters.
Just disappointed, or just like you drew some assumptions about you since you were taking them in fire flowers. Yeah, but he's just in here, kind of watching.
Remind me, did we get a sense that he was an agent of the Pharaoh, or like, yes, he was, correct?
Tell you what, Elon. Retroactive back in time, so I'm going to give you one penalty on it. Also, okay. I think you were doing some drugs at the time, right?
I don't remember, actually. I don't remember.
Give me a...
Because I either would have or really would not have.
You would, whatever it was, it would have been a real statement. Yes. Microdosing. Give me a read person with one penalty, then.
Okay. Read person or okay, that's the same thing. Okay.
Detect. This is read person because you're trying to get a vibe from him.
Yeah, no, I don't. Nothing.
You know, you're nothing. You seem to recall him saying "by the grace of the Pharaoh," but he didn't sound like emphatic about it. You know, it seems to maybe just be like how one greets people here.
Right.
He's just sort of
Okay. I will. I shall. And he's sort of. Does he seem like he's hiding?
He doesn't seem to be hiding. I mean, he's like in the shadows. He seems to have just kind of been chilling out in here, and he just saw a door open and kind of vaguely noticed someone obscured coming.
All right, I'd like to try to find a spot to hide.
Great. You can certainly do that. I think given your high sneak and your high perceptions, to simply get to a hiding spot is not going to be too hard to do. Just sort of sink into some shadowy area where he's kind of looking, and he just sort of he's alert. He does have, I'll give you one for free. This seems like someone who could stay motionless for a couple hours if he needs to. You know, he seems like he's got that kind of energy of like he's got that sort of scary patience, you know. But we will cut. So yeah, we'll cut away at this moment to some shenanigans. So XigXag, you're just leading them around. Outset is.
I would be sniffing for treasure, but I don't think the treasure has a certain smell.
You smell plenty of valuable things like on the wall, but you have not smelled that like hoard level thing, and you suspect it. I think we've already said this, but it's probably behind total cover. You know, you don't smell through doors and things. So yeah.
Do I have any hidden door capabilities?
Sure. Why don't you, as you sort of are going through this, why don't you give me? This would be more a look or analyze. I'd let you do either one of those if you're trying to sort of find doors while leading them erroneously. Shishu and Buku, are you guys up to anything in this? Are you just going along with it, kind of like gripping the welt on your arm from where you got smacked by a giant?
The only thing I'd like to do, if I can, while we're moving along, is get some information from XigXag as to like what the fuck that big old giant was.
Reasonable thing to do.
That
Sure.
Maybe we should figure what that was about.
So Buku gets up closer to XigXag. Outset's probably talking to Tongard or whatever about God knows what. So yeah, go ahead, Buku.
XigXag, what was the deal with the big giant? Are those just roaming about in here?
Remember the guy at the Oasis?
You'll need to be a little more specific.
The guy who came by on the camel and looked down on the... Yeah.
Yes, I understand. I know who you're talking about, sure.
Yeah, well, he summoned it. I smelled him. I ran after him, and then he summoned that giant guy.
Wait. You smelled the dude we saw?
Yeah, he's inside. He's in here somewhere.
Did you see him?
I smelled him, and I heard him.
You smelled him, and then you saw the giant.
I tried to talk to him, and he answered back and summoned this guy and went away.
Oh.
And the giant came after me, and that's all I know.
Oh. That sounds less than favorable.
Yes.
Cool.
Less than favorable.
Where's that guy now? Can you smell him?
Yeah, talking quietly.
Where is he?
I don't know. I'm trying to go. Yeah, I don't know.
You do not smell him at present, XigXag. You can certainly get his scent a bit, but in your going off other places, but you are confident that you don't smell him. He's not within 1,000 feet without doors of you right now. You don't have a direct line to that
I
guy
have
from
both
outside.
double of gemstone and double of tome.
For looking for secret doors.
Yeah. I think
Can I-
tomes would be the thing here.
Understood.
Because knowledge, secrecy.
So, XigXag, I'll say with doubles on these things, you see many like passages to those like access hallways behind, but you have not found any like like hidden hoard door. Yes, Lord Buku.
Getting that information from XigXag and getting a much less confident feeling about this whole expedition. I would like to quickly. Is there like, do I have access to paper or something? Could I quickly write a note on something?
Make a luck roll. That's what it's for. Yeah.
Perfect.
Did you grab a napkin off the table that you can? Yeah, sure, exactly.
Double 8.
Yeah, you can like.
All right, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yes. Weapon, excellent. I would like to
straightforward.
Take a piece of paper, real quickly. Write a cryptic, note / clue / riddle type of thing, right? It's something just to occupy Seppage's, or whatever her name is, the Madam Mystery. Occupy her for a minute, slip it into something like a vase or something, and
Find it.
and then tell XigXag, let them know there's probably a clue in that vase over there. Announce it so we can distract them for a minute.
Oh, and here I thought you were writing me a letter.
I would do like, me, Colonel Smelly Wellington. What do I smell in this vase over here? A clue.
Perfect. So Lord Buku, as you sort of you're doing this kind of quickly, I think I'm going to give you one penalty on this just because you're sort of trying to do it on the fly, kind of like, offhanded and secretly. So give me a calculate roll. As you, this should be compose create, but that seems needlessly penalizing on you. And I'm sure you will try to do something more intellectual than kind of, like creative in nature. So go ahead and make a calculate with one penalty, so only 4 dice.
Okay, with one penalty, I'll go ahead and use 2 power then to give myself my
get you back to your normal. Perfect, yeah. So you're like focusing extra hard, the same way you focus away getting, hurt really bad when you're slammed against walls. That kind of focus.
Yes, indeed. Double gemstone.
Double gemstone. You have created something that is it is a functional riddle. It will probably take a little bit of time. So yes, so XigXag, you say that you found a clue. Go ahead, Buku.
In a very theatrical way.
The whole purpose of this is to find a way to get Tangard and Shishu alone and have a conversation apart from her.
For an outset, yeah, sure thing.
Yep.
So basically, upon hearing that you have one, she'll say, "Oh, wonderful! Solve it. What does it say? Tell me everything. I mean, I'm the detective, but solve it, yes."
I must say, this looks to be I'm sorry. Please, XigXag, you found this clue.
What is it? I talk to them, so I should be the one doing the thing. Yeah. Well, I think that sign means to the west, and when the sun rises, and then 3 click to the right. If you go down maybe at that corridor, if I'm correct in my current 130 meters.
And meters? No, we don't. We use the imperial system here. Whatever are you talking about?
130 steps.
What about cubits? Where are the cubits, dear? At this point,
and I think that sign means that
she's taking it away from you and she's looking at it. She's like, if it's a riddle, the answer's probably nothing. The answer's almost always nothing on a riddle. Lord Buku, please make a luck roll.
I'm really bad at riddles, but I know when it's a juicy riddle. This looks like a juicy riddle.
Yes, probably. The answer will probably be nothing.
Double tome.
Then luck would have it, you didn't have the answer be nothing.
Perfect.
So she is now looking it over.
If
you want to gather everyone else off to the side, you may do so now. She is occupied for a moment or two.
Yes, I would like to do that. And just really quickly, XigXag, apparently the one of the people that we had discovered on our way in here where we stopped at the oasis, we were all high as all hell. The one that wasn't participating was kind of a dick about it all. Apparently he's in here, is the one that summoned that giant, if I'm getting all this correct, XigXag. And now I'm just a smidge concerned, not that I care per se, but as far as our mission goes, I feel like the possibility that Elon might be in a little bit of trouble if he gets himself a little bit too carried away with things. I'm wondering if one of us shouldn't sneak off to try and make sure that Elon doesn't, in addition to his own proclivities of getting himself into trouble, not paying attention to the plan, and kind of looking out for himself. No offense, Shishu. That perhaps one of us should, venture out just to make sure that he stays on target and isn't killed by some random, dragonborn with a giant that he summons.
I'm sorry, why would I be offended by you completely misaligning my brother's character?
I couldn't imagine. I felt like I broke him down pretty accurately, but fine.
Well, character assassinations and passive aggressive statements aside, I'm not particularly sneaky, and I don't really know if that's particularly the requirement we're after here, but Shishu, you're usually the best at, sort of coaxing things out of your brother.
And
We
yeah,
need to sort of
he's
talk him
brother.
out of something.
Oh yeah, I can do that. I can sneak a little bit though too.
And I suppose the rest of us can sort of entertain Outset. Although, while we're just sort of discussing this, I have a new sort of strategy here. I'm thinking, and this is gonna be a long shot, but this might be the best idea. It's the best idea I got anyway.
Master Lasso, don't put yourself down. You have quite good ideas.
We just need her to kind of solve something. Maybe we either we find the giant or we find whatever. She finds the killer, something, right? And then we go, you did it. You passed the test. And what we say then is that we're not Seppa J, but we're Seppa J's chosen. We came to make sure that this area was ready for her return, and we need to bring something back to her to prove that, i.e., this instrument of this bard would prove that. Right, and then Seppa J could sort of return with it for the concert or the performance. The best idea I got.
Asking for the instrument might be going too far.
I think if Elon does not return with it, then that is a very good plan B.
Well, I mean, I believe she still has on her hidden
How
underneath
about
her.
say that?
Oh, right.
Not necessarily the instrument, but a valuable token.
Well, I mean, that is the whole reason we came here was for that instrument. It's the piece of treasure that we know is the valuable thing here. And I mean, if it all goes south, we just sort of make a run for it. I think. It doesn't really feel like anyone's trying to stop us from coming or going in here, honestly. Other than the massive giant creature that pummeled us earlier. That one does seem to have some sort of inclination one way or the other about whether or not we're here or not. But that's just an idea. We got several steps before we can get to there, I think. But
I like that idea. I think it's definitely one we should keep in our back pocket. And if you feel the need to unleash it, Master Lasso, I say, go forth and do so.
I just think we need her to accomplish something in order to sell that. But you're right about Elon. That should be our primary focus at the moment. I think that is probably true that the lady could be in danger, as it were.
My biggest fear is that Elon is not aware of the creature that is roaming about, nor its attachment to its caster. And
right.
I feel like that could create some issues.
That would make sense to me. Yeah. So
is Shishu going to sneak off?
Sure.
All right.
Enthusiastically.
Shishu, I think go ahead and give me a sneak roll. It's under your coordination. And yeah, you're not.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think
you're
it's
not
a
bad.
5.
I think it's
5.
because you have such high coordination.
Okay, success in home. My
Tone.
favorite.
Ooh, very good. Well, secrecy is about as good as you can do while sneaking. So yes. So basically, Shishu, you kind of peel away while just moments after Outset says, "Egg. It's egg. Of course, it's egg. I should have known. It's egg. To the hatcheries. Yes, this way. Come on, Don.
Say Shishu.
Oh, I said Shishu. It's Outset. Sorry.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I was merely
Yeah.
Speaking aloud to the walls.
So basically she does that and she just says this way. Is that what the giant is? Is that what this is telling us? Wait, how did the note tell us what it? It doesn't matter. Where are we going? This is fine.
Well,
Yes.
it sounds like you are hatching a solution to this whole thing. So why don't we journey to where you say we need to go?
Hatching, I get it.
About to crack this case wide open.
Are you yoking?
Yes. You shoot.
All right.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not here. I'm not here.
Shishu, as you have snuck off, could you now make for me a track roll as you try to find that brother of yours?
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I'm not a good tracker. Fail.
Then we will give you a luck. You can throw a luck roll on top of it.
And do I re-roll one of them or?
No, it's the luck is just the it's your I think you have 3 tonight on luck. Because you didn't have a match.
I forgot. I forgot. Huh?
Did you
Just
have a
roll 3
match when
dice.
you rolled for luck at the start today to set your luck? It's a weird way we do it now.
No.
I think you didn't, right?
No, I had no matches.
So then today your luck is just at 3. So just roll 3 d8s
Oh.
and see if you got any matches. Yeah, luck works weird in this game. It works fine, but there's this new thing where you roll each time. We gotta get used to it.
I got a match on artwork.
Artwork.
Inspiration.
Then I would say that though you're not really finding like a good, you don't know where Elon is. You do walk upstairs and you find yourself on that level with all of the.
I mean, I appreciate aesthetics because I mean, I like
Absolutely.
it to look a certain way. I want a tableau. I want a photo op.
So you see stairs leading higher, but you also see a bunch of really like rooms with like cool doors that show off lots of artistic stuff, as far as you can tell.
Are any of them open or are they all closed?
They are all closed. Elon, I assume you would have. So they're all closed at present. So as you sort of are looking around here, we're going to cut back to Elon. Now we have 3 threads to cover. I love it. Elon, you're in the room. You're waiting. This guy's waiting as well. Just breathing. If you're cool to just wait. If you're not going to make a move, but maybe 5-10 minutes have gone by and he's just still in a ready stance, kind of just looking about.
I'll use this time to also case the room and see if is there anything that seems like it's
with your stuff. So there is some treasure down in this pit. A little bit of treasure has been added. There is that stone sarcophagus, which seems notable. There isn't like a mural telling a story in here. But you suspect that the walls are similar to the ones outside, and perhaps a crystal mural could be placed in here in the future. It's set up to be embellished in that way, perhaps based on whoever were actually buried here. That kind of vibe.
okay.
But yeah, for the most part, it just seems to be a room, and he's just kind of there in the starlight.
I am going to use a simple spell
Okay.
to cast a brief telepathic message to him
Ah, perfect.
without revealing myself, saying,
Sure.
"What are you doing here?"
He could, sort of respond sort of through some mystic means, but he sort of doesn't. That he lets that time pass. And then he sort of says, I could ask you the same thing, and his voice is like he's not even talking that loud, but just breaking into the silence in here. It's like it really echoes in this room. You're one of the ones down by the oasis, aren't you? New arrivals. Yes. I can smell you. You've passed through the mist, haven't you? Yes. Yes.
I'll go ahead and send another message to him saying, "What do you know of the mists?"
The mists are what I patrol, stranger. By the grace of the Pharaoh. This is a tranquil place, isn't it? I like to sit here sometimes when I'm in the area. A burial chamber not yet used. Well, almost not yet used. Whatever you're seeking, you won't find it. Not in this tomb. It's a trap. Leave before you become too diverted. Just a little bit of smoke out of his nostril as he laughs at that.
Yeah. And what of you? You're not... You seek no diversion?
No. I have patrols to make. Silence stretches on in a tense, cool way. We'll cut to the others. XigXag.
Jesus.
It's at this time. So it's we might be wrapping up here soon, guys. I hate to do this when everyone's so separated. Actually, Shishu, would you go into any of those rooms or would you keep going upstairs, knowing your brother?
Gosh, knowing my brother, I feel like if he were in distress, he would send me a message. But, I guess I'll just keep going up the stairs.
Fair enough. Shishu, so basically, kind of amidst this happening, Shishu, you walk up the stairs and you find yourself on this sort of nice, in this very pleasant room with his beautiful mural. You definitely want to sketch yourself in front of this mural a lot. It seems like it's designed for people to take selfies. It's crystals that shift in purple and kind of these orange sands below. But there is a large door straight ahead that kind of reminds you of the door where that last sarcophagus was on the other pyramid.
I head towards that.
Okay. If you enter that door, Elon, kind of amidst this silence that stretches out here, he says he has patrols. The door opens, and you see Shishu sort of standing there. She is not magically sort of hidden in any way. Shishu, you sort of notice the same shaft of starlight streaming down. There's a big pit. There is, he's a little more sort of visible now because he moved to a thing, but you do see a black-robed, the dragon from outside. You were taking some Nymphia flowers, so you may not remember him utterly, but he's up there, and he's just looking and watching all of you. And he kind of turns and sees
you're
you.
real.
I'm real.
I'll message Shishu and just say, just be cautious with this one.
Have you seen yourself? You're cool looking. As I received the message in the middle of that sentence. So pretty. That's pretty cool. Okay, wrong room. I meant to go.
Are you seeking the other dragon? The dragonkin hidden in this chamber?
Oh. Ellen, are you in here? Come on, let's go. We have to go. Sorry, we can't stay.
Oh. I think you rather can stay if you choose to. Many things will try to get you to stay here.
We choose not to stay.
She's just
Right?
like, oh, I love you in here.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and like sort of awkwardly stand up.
There you are.
He doesn't even look at you in such a way that he probably had figured out where you were about like 2 or 3 minutes ago.
Annoying. I know. This guy is so annoying. He really thinks he's such a big.
He's really cool looking, don't you think?
He is cool looking. Should we? What do you? You know what? I'm actually curious.
He starts
Okay.
walking, he like walks kind of like, doesn't get super close, but he
No,
walks around
yeah.
the side of the thing to where you guys are sort of more at the door now.
What do you? So you patrol the mist for what?
That's a
For
great
the
question.
things, those things that pass in and out.
In
Those
and
things
out.
that would threaten.
What kind of things? Like fierce creatures or like...
Do you consider yourself a fierce creature?
Yeah, I mean...
Then yes. Things like you.
I thought I was fierce until I tried to run off this giant and then... Boy, he packed a wallop.
Well, apologies. One of my conjurations.
You didn't have to go that far. We're indoors.
True.
I mean, where we're from, it's rude to bring conjurations of giants indoors.
And where
It's just
exactly
not done.
would that be? He sort of like steps, kind of passes into the light. The green, his emerald green skin, his scales,
Ooh,
his robes, his magi robes.
We-
Sort of stepping on.
We've been from more places than we can count at this point.
We're not from this plane.
I'm sure, as you know. But you said that things go out.
Yes.
How does that work?
He looks at you and gets this like wicked smile on his face and says, "By the grace of the Pharaoh."
Okay, am I getting the read? Am I getting the read on this dude that is he a zealot, or
Ooh,
is
you can
he...
now make another one now that you're like in the vibe
Okay.
of him, his sort of vibe. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Double trophy.
Trophy. Trophy, Nissan.
Victory accomplishment.
Yeah, I would say, and vindictiveness, because you're irritated with him too. Let's throw that in almost a positive context in this case. Yeah, you get the vibe that this guy, he is not like a believer by any means, like in any kind. He's not like a zealotous thing. He has a duty. If he's a zealot to anything, it's like his code. It's his. He patrols these things. He does his job. He doesn't.
He's got a job. He's
like a ranger. He's like a he rides the range. He looks for outlaws or whatever. He's a warden kind
he's
of guy.
Lawman.
Something like that. But
real lawman.
He's got a vibe to him that is sort of like seems serious. Obviously, he made a giant just kind of that went off to you guys. So
Yeah.
he's really got some magic. This last thing he said about the grace of the Pharaoh, though, I think he's implying to you that the only way out is if the Pharaoh lets you out.
Right.
That's more what that means. That's more what that like smirk or that darkness is.
Well, will we see you again?
Yes. Unless you're too tempted to remain here,
Hmm.
then probably not.
Truthfully, I find this whole pyramid a little lackluster, if you ask me. I mean, it's not what I would do with a pyramid. Like, I have, let me tell you, I can go all day.
And you
Like,
really
candy bar, you know. Yeah. Feng Shui here is, like, a little bit amateur.
Weak in water.
He says nothing. He just listens to you both.
Well, have a good day. Enjoy your job.
He just kind of takes a couple steps sort of back. As you guys leave, like are closing the door, you hear like a whooshing sound sort of. And as the doors close, and if you glance back in, you see him like jump like 30 feet up and start like parkouring up that shaft.
Obnoxious.
Just kind of gone. Yeah.
Ooh.
Then you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go right back in. Then
Sure.
I'm gonna go right back in the room
Go ahead.
and go and be like, well, we might as well just do something, and then go to this stupid sarcophagus.
I'll go with you.
Yeah.
All right.
This whole place, I swear.
I think
Okay.
this place is making you cranky, like you haven't been yourself.
You know,
Don't
I'm a
make you
little bit
act.
frustrated. Yeah, no, I'm a little bit. I feel like we have a lot of things to do. There's a lot of things on our to-do list. We haven't crossed anything out. I like to have, like, quest log 0. You know what I mean?
Are you hungry right now?
Quest log 0. Which is funny because that is so not what this party has.
It's been really difficult. Let me
Because of
tell
an
you, it's been really,
you,
really difficult.
You have a quest
know.
log. You have one of those quest logs
But,
when
you know,
when
there's a
people see
lot,
like
yeah.
14,000
So many
open
deliverables.
quests. 14,000 unread quests. Yeah.
Yeah, no, just like a bunch of red dots.
Oh, so you go to that sarcophagus.
She
All
shoots
right.
the opposite. It's all unread quests.
I want to examine it. If I feel like, if I get the gist that this thing is like trapped, or that some fucking like eternal eldritch horror is going to be creeping out of this,
Understood.
I want nothing to do with it.
I understand. All right, Elon, Buteros, give me a. I guess an analyze. If you'd rather do something more, you could do a look if you'd rather.
Yeah.
Very excited for you to find out that there's an entity in here just named Saul.
I wanted to look, not only because I have more dice, but because I want to support you. Because earlier tonight, I don't know if you know this, I thought you were dead, and so like I
I
support
did.
you in this,
Oh,
but I
and I'm gonna
didn't
go
want
over
you to
it.
die.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over and before I do this, I'm gonna give Sheesh a really big hug. And then, but then like end the hug with like a big pat too, because it's a little bit too much.
Love it. Okay. So, you guys go to the sarcophagus. What are your
Yeah, I'll
looks?
look. I just want to I want to get like a set. Like, do I feel like someone rich, like someone really like of means was buried here?
Understood. That is what you're looking for, and
Yes.
also Eldritch Horror type things. Shishu, what do you have?
Success on artwork.
A second degree artwork. All right. Oh, okay, perfect. Go
Yeah,
on.
double. Yeah, success on weapon and success on tome.
Success in weapon and tome. Okay. Which one would you like to use for your
Tome.
Okay, so tome. So the knowledge that you see. Okay. So, Shishu, you have a sense that this sarcophagus has some more of those like artistic flourishes. You think perhaps a bard is buried within. Seems like something for like a bard of some kind. Elon, you don't believe there are any traps on this. You don't think this is not somewhat of means. This is probably not something that is trapped. However, your second success I'm going to put into listen, because you do hear like a little like movement from inside, like a little like scratching on the stone.
No, I'm gonna grab Shishu's claw and we're gonna just leave.
Do you
Nope. You know what? Don't get distracted. I think that was good advice. Don't get distracted. Don't get tempted. Just get the hell out of here. This was a total and utter bust. You know what? This is a sunk cost fallacy. Okay, we've read a lot of pamphlets about it. Dad had a whole management ceremony regarding this.
I loved his management ceremonies. Those
I know.
were
They were magic.
they were
I mean, both literally and figuratively. Magic.
yeah. But like just the heads of state, just
Mhm.
really just like
Oh
the
my gosh.
elite
He was so
Wyrmloth.
accomplished.
would be at those ceremonies.
I know. And like the way that he would like let us sit in the back, provided we didn't breathe or make any noise.
You know what I was thinking about the other day? I don't remember a time where Dad ever spoke to me.
Great family life they had.
So, but it's okay because I get all of that attention is made up from my followers, so I feel totally fulfilled.
You know what? I can't remember that either. Even when you were being born.
Yeah. Anyway, I think I'm gonna try to open the sarcophagus.
No. We gotta go. No, we gotta go. Come on. Let's go back to the group. Let's cut our losses.
I just feel like Buku's gonna be disappointed that we didn't.
Buku, you know what? Who cares what Buku thinks? All right.
I do.
You. And then I
I care
say.
what everyone thinks.
Oh right, that's right.
We'll cut back to the others. XigXag. Shortly after Shishu heads out, or maybe a little longer, as you guys are just kind of go. You're on your way to the hatchery, but Shishu, sort of your scent. You can smell the giant is somewhere, not immediately
God.
nearby,
I
but
hate
then
it.
you smell the giant just is suddenly gone. It's like you don't think it was like it's not like passing through a room. It's just like gone. And since you recalled it being conjured, you think perhaps it has been unconjured, or it's time elapsed.
Somebody's finally having some manners in this place.
So you suddenly smell that it is gone. Yeah, somebody has some manners apparently. But in the meantime, you guys have sort of gone to a hatchery. There aren't any eggs in the hatchery, but you all are familiar with. Although they're sort of smaller eggs, these are for just like draconic bipeds, not full dragons. But at this point, just Madame Mystica Exotica is just going through everything, looking for stuff. So, XigXag, if you want to share that with Tongart and Buku, you certainly can.
There, what?
That if you care to tell them that the giant is gone, you can, but you don't have to. But outside
yeah,
at
I
this point,
whispered that to them.
Okay, she's just like, is this a clue? No, that's just hay. Huh. What is it? She's just going like a silly person.
Maybe the clue is inside one of the eggs.
There are no eggs.
You said smaller eggs.
These are. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's like these would house smaller eggs, more for like biped size. They're not like the full dragon eggs. But
missing. There is an egg missing.
well, haven't been any eggs.
It's the mystery of the purloined egg.
Oh. Well, this mystery would go back years in that case. There haven't been eggs in here for a long time. Wait, did Sepajay bring an egg? Was an egg delivered here and I wasn't told about it? Is the egg the sixth part of her soul? How many sections is Sepajay's soul split into? No, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I want to figure it out. Let's see. An old draconic egg has 7 different characters. So if I do the numerology on this, hold on. If you guys want to
Can we
chat,
tiptoe away while he's doing that?
you can certainly just try to sneak away from Outset if you want to.
Or
Egg
not like
numerology?
very obviously sneaking, but walking as quietly as possible.
Tongart and Buku, or you guys, what are you up to?
Buku's going to stick with her until the rest of our party returns or lets us know they're okay.
Yeah, I think that's the plan. I'll say, Madam Mysterious, I believe that is you were on the right path here. You need to solve this mystery.
Understood. Okay.
I feel like just generally I want to continue to create clues and
Okay, so you guys are just doing the last minute
I'd happily come up with specifics if you need them, but I just
Maybe
generally
a
I
video of
get
an egg on a wall or
and eventually
something
you're
like
doing
that.
return to the 3 clues back. Try that one again. That kind of vibe. Yeah.
Yep.
Shishu and Elon, are you trying to find the others, or are you still just looking around?
No, I think right now we're gonna meet.
We're gonna find the
Understood.
others.
So
meet the others. Yeah.
it is not difficult to sort of find them. The parlor maid also sort of comes in and she's like, I have discovered that this is like Ella, and she's like,
Just cut it. Just cut it.
You're
Just cut it.
leaving.
You don't have to.
You're
Just stop the
leaving.
accent.
Mon joie. And it's like, what's that? Oh, you found the dead one. Oh, that's good. Have you? And back to life. Oh, wait, are you still dead? Is this part of the game? I'm confused. Wait, you're not dead? That was really convincing makeup.
We're doing a timeout from playing dead.
Oh,
Yeah, we're doing a timeout because there was someone else. I think that someone came and crashed the game, and I'm really bummed.
I
about
did
it.
not clash. We're doing a timeout. Didn't you hear me, you idiot? You don't have to do that terrible accent anymore. Can I just stop doing the accent? No, you must do the accent when the game's on. So we can hear it and know how bad you are at it. When the game's not on, we don't even be poisoned with our ears hearing it. Jesus.
So we can hear it. And hear
Okay,
how
so the
bad-
timeout. What's going on? Have I broken a rule? Did I break a rule somehow? This has been so fun. This is the best murder mystery we've ever done.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
How many murder mysteries have you done?
How many murder mysteries have we done? 3.
All right.
Oh no,
top
one of them
3,
was
that's
just a
great.
murder, dear. Oh, right. Sorry. So let's call it 2.5. We did have a party that night anyway.
Do I have a sense that she can't leave this place?
I don't know if you have that sense.
Do I think so?
I don't think you've observed like any situation where like she decided not to leave. So I'm gonna say that is not. You are more than welcome to draw that conclusion. That feels like the kind of thing that happens, but I don't think you've seen anything to indicate that as of yet.
Can I ask her?
Sure.
So have you been out looking at those fireworks things?
Oh yes, our light show. Yes, I was the designer of it.
Oh,
It's
Do
looking
you
pretty good,
often
I
go
think.
outside to look at it?
Oh, well, I've sort of gotten bored of it. Haven't been in a minute.
I see.
But it's... Well, did you not like it?
Oh, I think it's
Is it boring? Is it
delightful.
getting a bit stale? I guess I haven't redesigned it in a while. Maybe I should. Yes, maybe that's exactly what we need. But...
Oh,
especially
maybe
if
that's
Sepa
what you
J's
need.
going to come back in
Sepa
multiple
J,
sections
yes.
of her thing. Yes, all right. I will need you to help me. Wait, have we solved the murder? No, the murder is no one died. What happened? Wait, oh, we're on a timeout, right? The parlor maid goes, also the giant disappeared. Oh, okay. Oh, well, but the body's in. No, the giant didn't eat the body. We forgot. Okay, what's this? Giant's been a red herring. A green herring. Aha! I've solved it. Right? No.
Green herring and eggs, yes.
We're all back together now, right?
Yes, everyone's here.
Yeah, can I kind of like lead us towards the exit very subtly?
Sure.
Or just walk that way and everybody
Yeah,
walks with
you
me?
guys are near the exit. That's fine.
I'd like to...
Or you're like in like the main hall. You know, you
if
can
it-
see the exit.
yeah,
right
it's
there,
like- Oh, cool. If we can just get rid of her, then we can get out the main door, main gate.
Of course.
We should all go prepare
got-
for the next stage of the party.
Right, but also, so wait,
We
are we
have-
back in character? Am I Mystica Exotica or am I Outset right now?
Well,
Because
I
the voices
think
are
you
clearly
should-
very different.
You should prepare the library for the big reveal. You know how always the detective comes and
Oh,
makes a reveal.
We gather all the suspects in the library. Oh, that's perfect. Yes, we'll go
But
build a
you have to
library very
prepare
quickly.
it.
One moment. She just sort of walks out.
That way. Can we just...
Yeah, we should go.
Yeah,
We just
quickly.
Why? I don't
Told you
understand why.
Cuckoo would be
We are leaving.
disappointed.
We are
No, I
leaving.
think we need to
I
get.
don't understand why we're leaving. We're not in any danger.
No,
Because
I
if you
think
don't leave
danger-
this place, you stay here forever. You know, you can check in, but you cannot check out.
Also, just so you guys know, our friend from the Oasis was a bit of a probably in the employ of the big bad pharaoh, and is letting him know about us. Understood that we came in from another plane, so
I'm walking.
no really good news. If you guys have a lead on some good treasure, I couldn't find. I mean, this place is a real disappointment. A real disappointment.
But it does live
All
up to
right.
its name, right? Eternal
All right,
Diversion.
Alon. We had little faith in you to begin with.
Well,
Oh, that sounds like my father.
Alon, it was.
I feel strangely loyal to you right now.
Alon, it was. This pharaoh was bound to find out about us eventually. At least now we know that that's the case.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Um,
true.
we
So, but
walk
you
it
you guys have a
and
line on
talk
some
at the
treasure?
same
Because
time?
if you don't,
Can
if
we
you have a
please walk?
But again, I don't understand when we're trying to leave.
Listen, Thangard, if you wanna stay, you can stay. I'm getting the hell out of here.
XigXag, why are you so afraid? That's what I'm trying to figure out. We're not
You
in
know,
any
do you
danger
understand
here.
the eternal
You're not-
diversion? This pyramid is a trap to keep you here forever. I don't want to stay here.
But there's nothing stopping us from leaving. I
Yeah,
understand that,
well-
but we came here for something. We haven't
No,
even
we didn't came-
attempted to try to
There is
get
no
it.
treasure here. I'm going.
She's wearing it. We've seen it. She
Yeah,
I
has
don't
it on her
care.
body.
I don't care. I'm leaving.
Tongard, do you have
I'm leaving.
treasure? A line on some treasure? Because
The bard is walking around
Great.
with the instrument.
What's
we
You
your
go
plan?
and take it from her.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
are
yeah.
leaving. I'm leaving.
Well, if
Now's the time to do it.
might interject, since we all seem to have differing opinions here and such, I agree. XigXag, this place is a little bit creepy in its own strange way, like a very strange, like a clown haunted house sort of thing. But maybe before we skedaddle right off the jump, we should give Tangart's quite, I think, astute, plan to convince her to give us the instrument first, as I think we, can probably pull that off. And then, if that fails, perhaps then we
You
cut our
want to
losses, so to speak.
fool a bard.
Well, hasn't the odds
A
have never
bard.
stopped us yet.
An immortal bird.
Yeah.
Sorry. If you don't recall, I am Lord Buku Bazan of the Bazan
Yeah,
team.
I know who you are.
Quite capable at many things. If anyone can make this happen, it
Also-
will be me.
Also, XigXag, we have already fooled the bard. The bard believes that we're some sort
Alright,
of.
I'll be waiting
ass-
over there by the exits. You guys do what you need to do.
Don't mean to be critical, but I feel like your teamwork would use a little work, ZigXag.
I think you guys
Just
are
construct-
suicidal
I just want to
Maniac.
point
From your
out,
leader.
ZigXag. I just want to point out one thing here, and this is not sort of just something for you to think about. I'm not ordering anything here, but the only time so far in this whole adventure that we have been in a problem is when you ran off and dragged a giant back here.
That was the perfect diversion. What are you talking about?
The perfect diversion. My still kind of ringing ears feel like we could have done without that particular diversion. That's
Okay,
all- that's all I'm saying. Just
let's
food for
do what
thought.
you wanna do. If it goes bad,
We just leave. The thing is, if it doesn't work, we don't leave. But we haven't even attempted what we came
if
to.
it goes bad and we have a trouble leaving, I will exact my revenge. I will be making fun of you
The thing is,
as long as we leave.
I mean, all right.
It's
And
fierce.
that's
really
gonna be
fierce.
probably
That's
not
a
gonna be
fair-
very long.
That's a fair proposition. I accept these terms.
Thungard Schmungard.
On that note, so as you guys consider leaving this place, but then ZigXag promises revenge in the form of making fun of Tongard, which, from the person
Viciously.
who wants to eat brains, that's a really interesting vengeance. Love it.
Well, I might
That is
have
where
been
we'll
thinking.
end tonight's session. This was chapter 29, so next time is the 30th
Whoa.
of this game.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's been
The 30th and final chapter.
30th and final chapter.
And we have not accomplished anything.
the 30th one ends,
Literally
the 30th ends with,
nothing.
and there
Chapter
they
29,
stayed
just
forever.
like the 28 before.
You know, I'm very excited for the final session of this, where we are in a court back in like the
Yes.
Fey court, where
Yes.
all of the people we owe stuff to show up to testify against us.
It's
just a
basically
Seinfeld
one.
movie.
It's an episode of
It's a
Seinfeld.
it's a 6-hour bankruptcy proceeding.
I'm like, the end of this isn't us dying. It's just owing everybody a bunch of money. And
Yeah,
getting
it's
sent
just
to
legal
prison.
drama.
It's just 2 hours of liquidating us.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Just disbursement. Wow. Well,
One book of shadows.
Lot number 453.
One monstrosity.
all right, coming up, lot 4.
Oh my god,
499.
that's right. The hunger is still just sitting back there being watched.
A closet in a cage. We'll take a closet in a cage.
We
His
have
name
a-
is, what is it? His name is Franklin. And the closet
Franklin.
just screaming at Abyssal. It's not Franklin, you guys. Well, this was delightful. A lot of things have been said tonight. I will get vengeance if you are making fun of you.
Dad never spoke to me.
Oh my god, amazing.
Just everything of Buku saying Elon. Oh my god. All right. Well, on that note, and then of course the Butero is just upstairs saying, just talking about.
Oh
their
my
father was,
god.
You know, I don't believe he ever talked to me. That's the. Oh my god.
We come from a very
That was
functional
amazing.
family.
Oh gosh. All right. Well, thank you all so much for watching. We have these wonderful players. You know, they do other things than just play on this once every few weeks. So, things like such as, and for example, that was a bad throw to whoever's gonna go. I'm sorry, but just
Do
talk about
YouTube
stuff.
content on games like Raid Shadow Legend, and occasionally, once in a blue moon, stream here on Twitch or YouTube, which you can watch. Or you can go to my website, deadwoodjedi.com. That's always a possibility. But I'm not the only one that does such streaming endeavors.
No, on Tuesday, I'm hoping that we're finally going to wrap up Pentiment. It's been a long break from streaming, and I hope that we're gonna bring it all back on Tuesday. It's gonna be great. Tuesday here on Twitch, Andrew is trying 5 o'clock Pacific time. Set your timer right now. Do it.
And sometimes I stream on Instagram cooking. I cook on Instagram. That's what I do. I don't game while I cook, though. Oh, there's me.
Cooking is a game in a sense, because
It is.
There's like a fail succeed. You know, it's like you either do it or
It's
you
a
don't.
pass-fail
Yeah.
endeavor.
And you can get bonus points for when it's really good
Yeah.
or has bacon.
Mm.
That's
Bacon.
It's bonus. Bacon bonus. Bacon times
Bacon.
3 multiplier.
Bonus.
Instant pass.
Bacon kill.
Bacon him.
Oh boy.
A baconality. All right. Pierce, you wanna talk about anything?
Oh, yeah, sure. There's a pretty fun little travel show on Apple Plus with Eugene Levy called The Reluctant Traveler.
I
it's
want
sort
to
of
see that.
it's sort of like the anti Anthony Bourdain, where he doesn't want to be there and would rather be at home, but he's not aggro about it. He just has to be convinced to do just about anything. And pretty fun.
Great.
If you like Eugene Levy, you'll enjoy the show.
Seems like a logical approach to life. Well, very good.
Sounds like my kind of thing.
Yeah.
I can appreciate that.
Well, yeah. Well, thanks so much for watching. Follow us. Please subscribe if you're able, and if not here, then somewhere especially with your free Amazon Prime one, because it's free. You just got to do every month, but throw that someplace. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. But it's a little effort to take money from Bezos. It's worth the effort.
Bezos bucks.
We also have some other games on this channel. On Mondays, we have Lost Lore Academia, our sort of meta Dark Academia collect characters from other games game. On Tuesday, we are back this week with a Gray in the Dark to see what happens in the castle of Laetitia, connected to Anabythe. A lot going on there. Currently, 2 members of the party are unconscious and or tied up in separate places from everybody, so they're in a good shape. On Friday, we are back with Blood from a Stone. Last week's Blood from a Stone was rough. I should put more content warnings because that was incredibly dark. So watch at your own peril because it's intense, but also they are oh my god, they have no power. Oh, by the way, all of you give yourself 1 power because there's been at least an hour of dicking around tonight in game.
Great.
But they are as a party, they have 9 powers split amongst the 4 of them. They're in bad shape, and another Dreadstorm is on the way. So a Dreadstorm started last week. They're gonna lap it. It's we almost had 2 in it after. It's gonna be bad. So check that out on Friday. 1 week from tonight, we will be back with Mystic Starport, our Star Wars game. But then 2 weeks from tonight, we'll be back to see what other distractions they can find in this tomb, so that XigXag can make fun of Tangard for the ultimate revenge. So yeah, that's what's going on here. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, may your hoard grow almost as much as your heart. That one was a sweet one.
I like that one.